Welcome to this day in wrestling history for July 23rd. In 1984, the WWF The Brawl to End It All took place at Madison Square Garden in New York City. The only televised match of the event, which was shown live on MTV in the United States, Wendy Victor defeated Fabulous Moolah for the WWF Women's Championship. This event was a pivotal moment during the Rock and Wrestling Connection era, which was a period in wrestling history during the 1980s where there was regular cross promotion between pro wrestling and the mainstream music and entertainment industries. Basically, kind of what you're seeing now with WWE with like Jelly Roll and Logan Paul and Bad Bunny. In 1989, the very first WCW pay-per-view, American Bash Glory Days, took place at the Baltimore Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. In the main event, Ric Flair retained the NWA World Heavyweight Championship against Terry Funk. In the opening match, Skyscrapers, with Sid Vicious and Dan Spivey, won the two-ring King of the Hill Battle Royal. Actually, what was supposed to happen, they both won. There was, I think, 20 men, I think it was said. I think there were 20 men. 10 in each ring. Both won the ring and they were supposed to face each other, but they ended up, by Teddy Long, who was the manager, convinced them to be the co-winners. Then they actually had another match as a team, and they went on to defeat the dynamic duo with the team of Johnny Ace and Shane Douglas. Sting retained the NWA World Television Championship against the Great Muta. However, Replay's post-match showed Muta had his shoulder up before the 3 count, while Sting's shoulders were still down, thus holding up the title, and Muta ended up bringing the title back in September of 1989. Also, Jim Cornette defeated Paulie Dinsley, aka Paul Heyman, in a tuxedo match. Lex Luger retained the United States Championship against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The match was originally booked as a no disqualification match, but Luger refused to compete unless the no disqualification rule was lifted. The Road Warriors, the team of Hawk and Animal, the Midnight Express, the team of Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane, and Dr. Death Steve Williams defeated the Fabulous Freebirds, which was the trio of Jimmy Garvin, Michael P.S. Hayes, and Terry Gordy, and the Samoan Squad team of Samu and Fatu, and Fatu is Rikishi, in a War Games match. In 1992, in Portland, Maine, but the Hitman Hart defeated Shawn Michaels in a ladder match to retain the WWF Intercontinental Championship. This predates the Shawn Michaels Razor Ramon ladder match by 2 years. The first ever ladder match in the company history took place at the conclusion of a Wrestling Challenge tapings. In 1995, the second WWF In Your House pay-per-view took place at the Nashville Municipal Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee. In the main event, the WWF champion Diesel retained his title against Sid in a lumberjack match. Owen Hart and Yokozuna retained the WWF Tag Team Championship against the Allied Powers, with the team of Lex Luger and the British Bulldog. Also, Shawn Michaels defeated Jeff Jarrett to win his 3rd Intercontinental Championship. That was after the roadie accidentally tripped Jarrett from the outside the ring. Part of the match and early in the night as well, I guess. Well, yeah, that makes no sense. But part of the match, Jarrett made his live singing debut by performing "With My Baby Tonight" without the roadie being present. The fallout feud from this match was booked between Jarrett and the roadie. However, Jarrett left the WWF due to a personal reason, along with the roadie. The duo had walked out of the arena, and the company literally, while the pay-per-view was still going on. And a side note, the roadie, aka the old dog, did come back, and he just starts on vignettes saying that he actually was the singer for the song. So I'm assuming that's what was going to happen with the feud. That the Road Dogs say, "I'm the real singer here." This is assuming that Jeff Jarrett didn't work out. In 1996, at the WWE Superstars of Wrestling tapings in the Carmen, Washington, Sid defeated Marty Jannetty and the British Bulldog pinned Savio Vega. And the reason I mention that, Superstars was usually squash matches by the top stars. In 1996, at the WCW Saturday Night taping at the Universal MGM Studios in Orlando, Florida, the Giant retained the WCW World Heavyweight Championship against the Booty Man, Randy Savage, and Sting defeated the Nasty Boys, a team of Brian Knobbs and Jerry Sags. Four Horsemen, represented by Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Chris Benoit, and Mongo Steve McMichael, defeated Chavo Guerrero, Jim Powers, Marcus Alexander Bagwell, and Scotty Riggs. In 2000, the third and final WWF fully loaded pay-per-view took place at the Reunion Arena in Dallas, Texas, and featured a triple main event. The Rock retained the WWF Championship against Chris Benoit. The match stipulation allowed the title to change hands by disqualification, which did happen during the match, but the bout was restarted by WWF Commissioner Mick Foley, and The Rock eventually won. Triple H and Chris Jericho went to a no contest in a last man standing match. Then the ticket defeated Kurt Angle and Val Venus. And Val Venus retained the Intercontinental Championship against Rikishi in a steel cage match. The APA, team of Farouk and Bradshaw, picked up a disqualification win over the tag team champions Edge and Christian. And Paige Sedgwick pinned Eddie Guerrero to win the WWF European Championship. 2001, the fallout of the Invasion pay-per-view was put on WWF Monday Night Raw from the Marine Midland Arena in Buffalo, New York, when Lance Storm beat Albert to win the WWF Intercontinental Championship. Tori Wilson defeated Trish Stratus in a paddle on the pole match. In the main event, Booker T and the Dudley Boys, was a team of Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley, defeated Kurt Angle, Christian, and Edge in a six-man tag elimination match. In 2002, Edge defeated Chris Jericho in the main event in a steel cage match at the WWF SmackDown tapings at the Bankers Live Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. Also, Hulk Hogan and The Rock beat the Un-Americans, the team of Christian and Lance Storm, in a tag team action. In 2004, in a Ring of Honor Death by Dishonor 2, it's Wauwatosa, I mispronounced the name of the city, but it's in Wisconsin. CM Punk and Colt Cabana retained the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles in a 2 out of 3 falls match against the Briscoes, being Jay and Mark Briscoe. In the main event, that was in the main event. Also, Samoa Joe retained the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship against Homicide. Doug Williams retained the Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling title against Alex Shelley. In 2005, Ring of Honor Homecoming, it was at the Pennsylvania National Guard Armory in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. CM Punk and Christopher Daniels fought to a 60-minute time limit draw for the Ring of Honor World Championship title, heavyweight title, I mean. In the main event, that was in the main event. Also, Jimmy Wave pinned AJ Styles in a street fight. Jericho defeated Kevin Steen. BJ Whittemore and Jimmy Jacobs defeated the Carnage Crew, a team of AC Locke and Tony DeVito, for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. In 2006, Rey Mysterio, as a 3-month World Heavyweight Championship reign came to an end when King Booker defeated Mysterio for the title in the main event of WWE's Great American Bash at Conseco Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. Chavo Guerrero, that happened when Chavo Guerrero turned on Rey Mysterio. Also, The Undertaker defeated The Big Show in the first Punjabi prison match on pay-per-view. The match was supposed to have seen Taker face the Great Khali, but Khali was pulled for medical reasons. In 2007, WWE Champion John Cena and Candice McMahon defeated Lance Cade, Trevor Murdoch, and Umaga in a hand-to-get match in the main event of WWE Monday Night Raw from the State Train Arena in Sacramento, California. In 2010, Bryan Danielson defeated Bobby Fish in the main event of Evolve No. 4 at the Ace Arena in Union City, New Jersey. In the opener, Brodie Lee defeated Jon Moxley. Also on the card, Adam Cole defeated Johnny Gargano. In 2011, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla 8 at the American Legion Post number 308 in Reseda, California. Claudio Castagnoli defeated Chris Hero to retain the PWG World Championship, only to lose it moments later to Kevin Steen. In 2019, the 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw broadcast live from the Scott Trade Center in St. Louis, Missouri. And the 3-hour permanent format of the show started from the Hallmark edition. Well, that was until it ended in October of 2024. Now, on Netflix, it goes about 2.5 hours. In the main event, John Cena cashed in his Money in the Bank contract against WWE champion CM Punk. Cena was disqualified after outside interference from the Big Show, and this was the first time that a cash-in for Money in the Bank was unsuccessful. He was not the first person to lose, which came later, but he was the first person not to successfully cash in. At the conclusion of the show, The Rock intervened and was attacked by Punk. He turned heel. Also on the show, The Miz defeated Christian for the Intercontinental Championship, and the main segment between AJ Lee and Daniel Bryan ended with Lee walking out on Bryan after being named the new Raw General Manager by Vince McMahon, and Triple H challenged Brock Lesnar to a match at SummerSlam. In 2017, at WWE Battleground at the Wachovia Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Jinder Mahal retained the WWE Championship against Randy Orton in a Punjabi prison match in the main event, and John Cena was victorious over Rusev in a flag match. Also, the New Day, represented by Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, defeated the Usos, Jay and Jimmy, for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, and Kevin Owens pinned AJ Styles for the United States Championship. In 2017, British Strong Style, that's a tag team of Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, retained the Progress Tag Team Championship against War Machine, Henson, and Ray Rowe. And then now the tag team known as War Raiders in WWE. And this was a tornado tag match that was the main event of Progress Chapter 52 Vote Pies in the at the Ritz in Manchester, England. In 2023, Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor at Saugus Arena in Lowell, Massachusetts. Claudio Castagnoli defeated Jonathan Gresham for the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship. Brent, and Dalton Castle defeated Bateman, Dutch, and Vincent for the Ring of Honor 6-Man Tag Team Championship. In the main event, FTR, the team of Dash Hardwood and Cash Wheeler, retained the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship against the Briscoes, Jay and Mark. In 2023, Prestige, which is an indie company out of Portland, held the All Rise at the House of Independence in Asbury, New Jersey. In the main event, Josh Alexander retained the Prestige Championship against Jonathan Grisham. Notable birthdays: Nathan Frazer, 1998, Zack Sabre Jr., 1987, Sonny Sakai in 1974. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good day.